It's Julesy, and it's finally time for another Pop Snark, where we talk about everything from the low brow to the high brow. As long as your eyebrows, are you ready for it? Let me get my drink ready. I don't even think these little bottles are enough for one drink. Who are they getting over? As long as your eyebrows are on fleek. Clink, 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 clank. Oh, what am I drinking today? Keeping it cheap because these were on sale at Sprouts. I'm drinking Gallo Family White Zinfandel, like the mediocre white woman I've always strived to be. There is so much to discuss today because it's been a whole month, girl. You might want to have a drink and a snack so we can kiki together in the comments down below. I constantly forget to mention that I have a Poshmark. It's like that little thing where you can sell you some clothes. You know, I got big feet on my sideline with shoes. You know, go check it out. Link down below in the description box. As always, you keep this machine going by either 1, becoming my Patreon, or 2, shopping Smart Brown Girl. Both help support the Smart Brown Girl movement. And first up, Beyonce. Is it even worth saying that she shut down the internet? That's almost become a cliche that annoys the hell out of Kim Kardashian West. Anywho, Beyonce at the very least had plenty of people up way past their bedtime trying to zoom in on her belly button to see how fast she snapped back after giving birth to them twins. That belly button wasn't nothing but the work of Facetune apps. Move it up to the right, a little to the left, picture with your thumb and index, and voila, your tummy is flat in your pics. Beyonce probably had her interns on it. Rumi, a famous Persian poet that all your not too bright faves on Twitter and Instagram be quoting without credit, fake deep for the retweets. We say you. I don't really have an opinion on the names of Rumi and Sir, though I love the legacy of black folks giving their kids honorific names like Major, Prince, King, and so forth, because the way that African Americans have risen through something as damning as the American slave trade is always gonna be beautiful to me. Rob and Blac Chyna. Is there really anything intelligent to make of this? I'm not for anyone's behavior in this situation, and while I agree that Blac Chyna pulled a very Kardashian move on a simp-ass Kardashian, why would I condone that behavior? They all ain't shit together. Sucks for Dream. Pat yourself right quick. Hey, shit. 45 is still the president, and we are all currently still alive, even though Russia is still very much a thing in American politics. Why do we even have laws if it just takes being wealthy to ignore them? Why are we agitating North Korea? Why did 45 wit of an offspring collude with the foreign government? Who the fuck is Scarboshi? Ha ha ha, Reince Priebus. Why he got that weird ass name, bro? Wow. Watch whiteness work. I must say, I am finally finding some joy in the administration of number 45 as I watch them eat each other alive. Whoever is this mooch character, his calling a reporter from the New Yorker to call 45's chief of staff Reince Priebus. A weird ass name, bro. I don't care if I'm pronouncing it right or not. But to call dude schizophrenic and to say that Steve Bannon is sucking his own cock? Let these white men kill each other. I shall love and find merriment in the bloody sport of it all. Since black women are the superheroes we don't deserve, we must give a shout out to Smart Brown Girl Lena Waithe for her Emmy nomination and outstanding writing for a comedy series. More than well deserved, because that Thanksgiving episode is my all-time faves of the entire Master of None series, and I replay it regularly, standalone. It's amazing television. So now, where shall we start? On simp-ass black men, do we go with R. Kelly, O.J. Simpson, or Usher's green gushy burning penis? Yeah. O.J. Simpson was granted parole. I did not watch the parole hearing. I had better things to do with my time. I just do not care about I'm not black. I'm O.J. As Jay-Z put it best. Okay. BuzzFeed broke the news story that we all know is true, no matter how much we want to contort ourselves into a game of mental gymnastics. R. Kelly has a thing for underage girls, and it's rapey as fuck. It's weird to see people question the veracity of BuzzFeed News. They are one of the best investigative news sources. I guess a lot of people aren't aware of the downfall of Gawker Media that changed news sources' right to freedom of speech and right to tell a story of facts, led by a man who is literally, the lawsuit against Gawker is led by a man who is impossible to boycott because he is that damn wealthy with his hands in everything as a Trump supporter. Peter Thiel. There is a documentary on Netflix that explains what happened and what that means to us called Nobody Speak. So now, breaking down sex scandals is a much more slippery slope. But my thing on R. Kelly is that the man called himself the Pied Piper. Like, how flagrant must one be? The Pied Piper is a folklore story about a man playing a pipe and getting a town government back by coming to town playing a pipe that lures children to follow him to their death. You can't even separate the artist from his art because his rapiness is all wrapped up in his music. Age ain't nothing but a number. He really does roll up on his women and have you save his number as daddy in your phone. I was already offended that he smells like fried chicken, but folks close to R. Kelly, I mean, I've encountered the man, have been saying for years that this man is a pedophile. Shout out to the journalist from Chicago, Jim, DeRogatis. Jim with the Italian last name, bruh, shout out to him, who has persevered with that story even when most outlets were too scared to publish it. Usher. Oh. Now, as much as we are inclined to make fun of Usher for having the gift of burning that keeps on giving, for being sued for giving a woman herpes, I don't want to further stigmatize a very, very common disease. Herpes has many forms, and like 1/3 of the population has some form of it. Hiding it and not being forthright with your partner or taking care of the outbreaks when they occur because you are too ashamed is just not the way to go. Everyone, literally every last one of us knows someone with herpes or cold sores, as they are commonly called in other forms. Same thing, and we just want everyone to live in their best state of health. Now, Usher is still trifling as hell because the woman suing him is a bridesmaid from his wedding to Tamika Foster. Tamika herself had long accused Usher of sleeping with her friend, and the media just called her crazy. Stop giving clicks to Sandra Rose, bruh. I mean, I've mentioned her in my reviews of Insecure because this Poshmark is hella late. Ooh, but she released that album Control that's been on repeat non-stop for all of us. Don't be that here talking about it. You ain't like it, girl. Don't make hair. But it's an album I cannot stop playing. My favorite track is Garden for right now, but I feel like it's an album where I'll cycle through a new fave like each week. I also want her body because I'm just jealous. But the album just speaks to all the reckless feelings, insecurities, and emotions we cycle through in a season and a moment. It's not that SZA sounds like Rihanna. It's that SZA wrote for Riri, who I do like thick, by the way. Daring is caring, and I love it all, girl. What's your favorite track on the Control album? How many of us be playing Love Galore so we can just scream through that one verse? Why you bothering me when you know? Jay-Z released 444, and I'm happy he's giving black men their moment of emotional reprieve, even if I'm cautious that he tips on that right line, bruh. Don't get too ashy up in here. I enjoyed the album, and I will put it into further thoughts, hopefully this week, in a separate video. But girl, it's kind of depressing to think that Beyonce put up with 14 years or however many years of not being given the emotional support she deserves, and it took Jay-Z until 47 to realize he needs to do better. Like, how am I gonna date? My sister don't throw a kick like Solange and snap a nigga to his senses. What am I gonna do, bro? Like, what am I gonna do? All the videos I've been meaning to do, I promise I'm not forgetting to talk about them here. They just warrant more than a 2-minute quip like that propaganda of a documentary, What the Health Everyone is Falling For. In my opinion, ain't no point in being vegan if you still shop at Walmart or any of the big box grocers. Food is political, and I'm gonna break it down later and show how What the Health ain't too different from the manipulating stunts of one Dr. Umar Johnson. Y'all ready for that tea? Half-truths ain't gonna liberate anyone. They just allow us to find comfort in our ways that we never really wanted to think about changing in the first place. We live in a thoroughly capitalistic society and seek out ways from religion to pop culture that reaffirm our right to private wealth, even as it disenfranchises others. From your church to your grocer, it's all connected. Justine Diamond is the conundrum I honestly think white people are not giving as much attention to as black folks have. Mostly because they don't have to protest to get justice to work in their favor. It's so wonderful that the media can use such a becoming picture of Diamond as they recount how a Somali American Muslim, emphasis on Muslim, cop shot and killed Justine, who had called the police because she thought something suspicious was happening in an alley or sexual assault. Girl. She called the cops because she thought something was happening. She thought they were supposed to protect her. They said they killed her. We need to demilitarize the police. Bottom line. Justine is not any more innocent than Sandra, Trayvon, Renisha, Walter, Philando, and all the other names my soul is just too tired to call out. They all deserve life. They all deserve seeing police prosecuted for murdering them. And I'm not required to do the work to see justice through for Justine just because she had blue eyes and wore yoga pants. Senator John McCain of Arizona was diagnosed with brain cancer, and I hope he gets the same treatment his constituents who have been denied proper health insurance to cover their illnesses have received. That was a mouthful. Because that's what McCain and the GOP believes. Even though he stopped the repeal from all the way happening, McCain ain't nobody's hero. Nothing more but a privileged white man who stays soaking up the praise off the backs of women, per usual. Speaking of brain cancer, YouTuber Meechy Monroe passed away after battling brain cancer for around 3 years. Terribly, terribly, terribly sad. She's the same age as me, and she just never was someone who I thought would leave the earth so early like this. Her death felt so personal for so many, and Bim Adewumi of BuzzFeed penned a really beautiful article about why and how this felt so personal. It left me thinking about my waning feelings of coming from a family that's not terribly close to each other, and how while we are alive and healthy, we can find ways to like be closer. Now for some TV and movies, I want to talk about Queen Sugar and how, yes, it is kind of boring, but it's absolutely necessary show because that is the beauty of the show. The beautiful shots of mundane aspects of life that we exist in. I do think one of the negative impacts of reality TV is that we all move about the world as if we are on a reality TV show. We deal with conflict and drama now in the frame of jump cuts and cameras rolling, and where we don't think about our actions or tone or even the environment and small nuances that impact how things go. That moment you took a pause or chose to say nothing can elicit a reaction and emotion, and that's what Queen Sugar shows. We don't live in a vacuum of high drama antics. Black people exist in the everyday struggle of just trying to do better, and there is beauty and a great storyline in that. We constantly say we need or want better images of black women. We are hijinks, punchlines, and Real Housewives or Basketball Wives. But then we get a show without the high drama and folks dismiss it as boring. I love it. Go, go, go see Girls Trip. If you haven't already, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Tiffany Haddish is hilarious. So much that I will forgive her for making that horrible, horrible Cosby joke. This one time, sis, just learn from this and do better going forward. You can't make no rape jokes. Like, it just doesn't, it's not ethical, girl. We on work. But I'm trying to protect you. You know, black women are precious. We rare, girl. We gotta cover her in the sister circle because I want to protect Tiffany and not have to cancel her like Charlamagne and Lil Duval. Like, who is Lil Duval anyway? Why did he even have an interview with the Breakfast Club? Charlamagne is constantly misogynistic. No, I am not reading his book ever. I know black folks love to be lied to just as much as Trump supporters, but I'm not interested to pick between the lines to find the good parts. Then to laugh at Duval's jokes about killing a trans woman, and then to use the book that Janet Mock had left behind because she had just herself interviewed with the Breakfast Club, and then to continue to make transphobic jokes and laugh at them? Come on, get out of here. That's it for this Pop Snark. Be sure to check out the other 3 videos I posted this week, well 4 now. Shop Smart Brown Girl. Thumbs up and subscribe if you aren't already. Hit the bell next to the red subscribe button so you can get notifications and know when I'm actually posting here. And deuces! What a day.